Monday. Today we're talking about avoiding this major issue for many entrepreneurs. You get stuck working until you die. This is all about three incredibly important principles for automated success. Success that is occurring in your absence. We're going to remember Mini-Me today. If you recall Mini-Me, he's the lovable character from Austin Powers, and why you need Mini-Me's in your life for helping you create millions of dollars. I also want to thank those of you that have enrolled in the 0 to a Million Institute. We blew by our goals about 3 weeks ago, and the Institute is packed, and what's neat is because of the great faculty and just the entrepreneurs that are involved, there's already many great things happening, and we're just launching actually classes with faculty this week. Now, this is my second episode on what will be many on generating revenue in your absence. This, again, are the three principles of automated growth, automated success, or automated money. Many of you run into a challenge because if you're not there in the business, then it doesn't make it. It starts to fail or it loses money. We have to avoid that, and there are three essentially steps or principles to follow. The first is something we learned on Shark Tank. Most of the Shark Tank guys, most of the sharks, won't invest in a company that requires a lot of explanation. If you have to be an expert explainer when it comes to your product or service, then that's going to be a very challenging business. It's not that it can happen, but it certainly requires a lot of manuals, a lot of training, and a lot of upkeep. So if you want to not work until you die, don't just simply focus on a business that requires a lot of explanation. The second thing, these are the multiple streams of income that are there and successful and generating dollars without you. Today, commonly, this can be an online product. Many people are mastering Amazon sales. These can be any type of digital product like an ebook or some sort of e-class or any kind of video that people can watch, download, take advantage of products and services that require literally none of your input or time other than creating them in the first place. They just go on and they're like magic slot machines. Every time somebody pulls on the lever or clicks the link, you make money. The third one, and this one's a little more challenging, this is having a culture vision. This is where you create the mini-me's, getting back to our beloved mini-me. When I first was in practice and I was finally hugely successful, I had a practice that had 2,000 patients coming in every week. I really wasn't quite certain why it was so successful, especially because I was traveling a lot. I was working with the Olympic team at the time. It was 2000. We were heading to Sydney. So I was getting used to being gone for a month, 6 weeks, 8 weeks at a time, yet we still kept cranking along. Thankfully, a mentor of mine actually is one of the faculty in the 0 to a Million Institute, Dr. Mark Sharona. He came in, it was when I first met him, he came in as a patient. And I actually asked him, because I had heard of him, I said, why do you think this place is so successful? I don't get it. And he told me, well, you know, when you were gone and I hadn't met you yet, it was like I met a lot of mini-me's. There were mini-yous running around. You've created a culture vision. So hiring the right people, training them, onboarding them, supporting them, helping them be successful so you don't have to be there. They call it not just building it to last, but building it to sell, where it would be great even if you weren't a part of it. This is another critical part of, again, automated success. I have 9 businesses right now, and if I hadn't thought of all 3 of these principles, I use all 3 of these principles in my work. If all 3 weren't at play, I could never go on vacation and really enjoy it, relax, let go, enjoy the time with my family. I can never go to my kids' ball games or dive meets or dance recitals or graduations, because if I did, I could do it, but if I did, my practice would suffer, my businesses would suffer, my finances would suffer, and I would suffer. I would just be miserable being away because I hadn't put these 3 principles into play. So if you want to learn more about these things, please join the 0 to a Million Institute. This is the last week for summer enrollment, you can go to the 0 to a Million Institute.com. Again, it's all about making sure you get one of these. These are checks for $1 million with your name on them. Your name here, $1 million. So just go to the 0 to a Million Institute.com and register today to catch up with the people that have been involved already and become part of an institute that is literally making people millions. It's not about just learning, it's not about just experiencing, but if you're part of it, I want it to be making you money. Bless you in your mission-based business, and remember who you are.